We have also received a video message from the governor of Nagasaki Prefecture, Mr. Oishi Kengo. On the occasion of Nagasaki peace ceremony, I joined with the people of Nagasaki Prefecture in offering our deepest condolences to the souls of the victims of the atomic bombing. We, the Hibakusha, will continue to tell our stories and appeal for peace and the abolition of nuclear weapons for as long as we live. This is the pledge for peace that Ms. Oka Nobuko delivered 2 years ago today as a representative of the Hibakusha. Ms. Oka continued to convey her thoughts and feelings until her 93 years of life ended in November of the year before last. It has been 78 years since the atomic bombing. As the population is aging and A-bomb survivors wishing for peace in the world die each year, we must not forget their longing for a peaceful world and to pass it on to the next generation. That is the mission we are charged with. Meanwhile, the world situation surrounding nuclear weapons is becoming increasingly tense against the backdrop of the prolonged invasion of Ukraine and other factors, and the international community's move towards nuclear disarmament has been stalled. In such a situation, the G7 summit was held for the first time in the A-bombed city of Hiroshima. It provided an opportunity for the leaders of the participating countries to see the reality of the atomic bombings and to send a message to the world towards the realization of a world without nuclear weapons. On the occasion of the G7 Health Ministers meeting in Nagasaki, all participating ministers visited Nagasaki Peace Park to dedicate flowers in a silent prayer to the victims of the atomic bombing. They embraced our wish to ensure that Nagasaki is the last place to suffer an atomic bombing. In order to realize a world without nuclear weapons, all nations must understand the inhumanity of nuclear weapons and engage in dialogue and action. I ask the leaders of the world to visit A-bombed cities and see for themselves the reality of the atomic bombings. Please share with us the belief that nuclear weapons created by humankind can be eliminated by the will of humankind itself. We need to recognize that the problem of nuclear weapons, like environmental pollution and climate change, is related to the realization of a sustainable future, and each of us who live on this planet needs to act towards the abolition of nuclear weapons. I urge the government of Japan, as the only country to experience wartime atomic bombings, to play a role as a bridge between countries with various positions towards the abolition of nuclear weapons. I also ask the government of Japan to pave the way for relief for the A-bomb survivors in Nagasaki, who were in the same situation as those exposed to the black rain in Hiroshima. August the 9th is a day of prayer that the people of Nagasaki will never forget, and a day of pledge not to allow the horrors of nuclear weapons to happen again. I hereby pray for the repose of the souls of the victims of the atomic bombings and for the health of Hibakusha and those who have experienced the atomic bombings, and pledge to redouble my efforts to realize a world without nuclear weapons. Oishi Kengo, Governor of Nagasaki Prefecture, August 9th, 2023.